Hi, my name is Belinda and I'm the training lady, and today I'd like to show you how to be able to import tasks from an Excel spreadsheet straight into your Microsoft Planner plan. Now, by default, Planner does not have a built-in importing tool, so we can utilize the features of Power Automate to be able to complete this task, and I'm going to step you through that process. Now, we do have a little bit of setup that we need to do beforehand, so we're going to step through those options now. Now, the first thing we have to do is set up our Excel spreadsheet. Now, you probably already have a spreadsheet that has all of your tasks already listed in it because you're probably already tracking it through Excel itself. Now, the main thing that you need here is to be able to identify the data when it comes down to the point of using Power Automate. So we want to have really simple column names so that they're easy to identify. The only bit of data you're going to need at a very minimum is a task name. Now, you can have things such as a bucket name that you would like that particular task to go into. You can have progress details. You can have who it's assigned to, all of those other things that we can do in Planner. You are absolutely able to do within the Excel file. Now, one of the really big things that you have to do with this Excel file is convert it into what we call a table. Now, just because we can see that there's columns and rows at the moment doesn't actually make this a table. The table function in Excel has a bunch of other features associated with it. So we are going to have to convert this over. Now, the quickest and most direct way of doing this is from the Home tab in Excel. There is a little button here called Format as Table. So I'm just clicked inside the data area. I'm going to go to Format as Table and choose from either a light, medium, or a dark format. I'm just going to choose one of the options. Now, it'll go ahead and find how many columns you have and how many rows. It knows that I have 7 columns here and it's found all of my rows as well. The other thing you want to make sure of is whether or not you have headers in that first row, and I definitely do. So I'm going to tick the box and make sure that it realizes that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. So that's now been formatted as a table. Now, the other thing to note too is that you have a table name. Now, this is automatically being named table 2 because I do have another table in one of my other worksheets. So I'm going to have to make sure that I choose table 2 when it comes to that particular point in the Power Automate process. Now, the last thing you have to do with your Excel file, and this is an important one, is to save it to OneDrive. It needs to be saved in OneDrive in order for Power Automate to be able to access it. If you do save it to your local computer, such as your desktop or your C drive, Power Automate will not be able to access it. So you do need to make sure you've put it into the cloud. I've already saved my file. It's just going into my OneDrive account. My autosave is on, so it's actually saving as I go at the moment, which is great. So that's now my Excel file is ready to go. All right, the next step in the process is we need to have a plan within Microsoft Planner that we can actually import these tasks to. Now, all I've done is I've opened Microsoft Teams. I do use Planner a lot within these Teams environments. And I'm going into one of my channels, and what I'm going to do is quickly create a new plan that's going to be ready to go, and that will hold all of my tasks. So I'm just going to go into my little add a tab button. I'm going to go and add a new app, and I can choose Planner from the little list here. Now, once I've saved that tab up there, it's going to give me the option of either creating a new plan or adding an existing plan. I'm going to go ahead and create a new plan that I can use for this particular task. So I'll go create a new, and I'm just going to create a very basic plan. And I'm going to say this one is called Tasks from Excel. Right, just as my little demo. All right, just do a little retry there just for it to do a quick refresh. And now you can see I have a planner tab has been added to my channel and it's ready to go. I have a to-do bucket ready to go. So that's our second step. We've now got our plan organized and available for us. All right, our next step is using Power Automate. So all I've done here is logged into the Power Automate interface on the web. You can do that via the office.com address, or you can just go directly to make.powerautomate.com and log in with your 365 account. Now, what we're going to do here is we are going to create what we call a flow that will essentially go and read the data from our Excel spreadsheet and then put it into our planner for us. Now, from the little left-hand column here of options, I'm going to go to create. And you can see from the top here, it's got a few different blank options you can pick from. We want to go with the instant cloud flow. This is going to be a manually triggered event. So I'm going to click and actually get it to run when I want it to do that import. You can also do automated flows here as well. So where another event occurs, it automatically triggers something to happen. So we're just going to go with the instant cloud flow on this one. So choose that. We want to give this a name. I'm going to call this one import tasks from Excel. And then you get to pick the type of trigger that you want to use. I do want to just go with a manually trigger a flow option. So choose that, click create. Now, once that's opened up and ready, we can go in here and now add in some actions. So we're going to click on the little plus button. It'll open up a section on the left-hand side here. And we want to do a search now for anything to do with Excel, because the first thing we want it to do is go and read the Excel file. So I'm just going to type in Excel as my search term. And you'll see that I do get this category for Excel Online Business. Now, really important to have that there is a distinction, because there's a couple of Excel options that might show up. You can see there's a couple of others here referring to PDF. And you can also see there's an Excel Online OneDrive. Now, when you are using a work or a school account, you are going to use the business version, because you are using a business version of OneDrive. The other option is if you are using a personal 365 account, so it's not part of your work or school, then you would use the Excel Online OneDrive. It's just allowing you to choose the type of access to OneDrive you're going to have. Now, from this Excel Online Business option, I need to find a setting in here where it's going to allow me to go and list rows that are in a table. Now, you can see that option is not in this main list here. So I'm just going to click here where it says see more, and have a little look through your list. Now I can see it's on my second column here. It says list rows present in a table. All right, I'm going to select that, and it's then going to add that action into my flow, but I have to do some configurations here. So some of the parameters we have to select are things like the location of the Excel file, what document library it's found in, etc., etc. So let's go through and do that. So click into where it says location. From here, I'm going to have to go and choose how I'm accessing the file. So remember, we're using OneDrive for Business here. All right, I'm just going to go and choose OneDrive for Business is actually at the top of the list. Second thing it wants to know is what document library is my Excel file in. Now, it's only in my local OneDrive, so I'm just going to go and drop down that document library option, and I'm going to choose my OneDrive. All right, next thing is where's the file? Now remember, you have to have saved it into your OneDrive. So if we click into the file option here, you'll see there's a little folder button on the right-hand side. Click the open folder button. And now it's going to allow you to navigate through your normal files that you have. So I'm going to go into my folder for my blog, and I've got these little arrows to navigate through. And I'm going to go into my articles, and I'm going to go into my Excel, and then I'm going to go into my sample files. Now mine is in here called task list sample by the training lady. So I'm going to choose that file. So find the file that you've saved to your OneDrive. Now it'll read that file now, and the next thing it's going to ask us is which table within the file do you want to use. Now mine was called table 2, so I'm just going to load that. You can see table 2 is there, so I'll choose that. Now you do have some other options in here. These, you can see they're not marked as being required with little red asterisks, so that is fine for the moment. So what I want to do here now is that part is all done for me. So I'm going to go top right corner now, and I'm going to click the save button, all right, just to save those settings and to save that that has actually been put in. Now the next thing I would do is I want to test it. I want to make sure that Power Automate can actually access the Excel file. So up the top right hand corner here, you can see that there is a little test button. So I'm going to click that, and it'll open up and ask you, how do you want to test it? And I'm going to test this manually. And then I'm down the bottom, I'm going to click test again. Now it's going to come up with a list of any services that you're using, and it'll have a little green tick next to it to let you know that that service is ready to go. So it may let you know that yes, you've signed into that service and everything is good to go. So I'm going to click continue. And it tells me to run my flow, and I'm going to go ahead and click run flow, and it says the flow ran successfully. I can click done. I now know that that test ran successfully. You can even see you get a little banner come up on the top here. So that's great. Everything has been tested. It can access the Excel file. It knows which table to go and find, etc. So now that we know that it's able to access the Excel file, we're able to go on to the next step. All right, so we now have our Power Automate has been created, our flow. We have it accessing the Excel file. We need to add the next step in. So because I just ran a test, I'm now gone out of that editing mode. So I need to go to the top right corner here again and click edit to allow me to continue editing this flow, because I need to add another action on. So I'm going to click the little plus button underneath the Excel component. And this time we're going to add in a planner action. So I'm going to again search for planner, and it will then show me a list of things that I can do within that planner area. There is a new preview version of Create a Task. I haven't used that one just yet. I've always just used the original. You can see one right directly to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Create a Task as my next action. And then again, we've got to configure a couple of things here. So the first thing it wants to know is, where is your planner? Now, the thing you need to remember with Microsoft Planner is that when you create Planner as part of a team, it actually goes and becomes part of the Microsoft 365 group for that team. All right, so there will be one group called Microsoft Training in my example. So I'm just going to minimize that again. So I'm going to go to Group ID here, and I'm going to choose the name of the Microsoft 365 group that it's in. So you can see there's one here for Microsoft Training. So I'll choose that. It then wants to know what the plan ID is. All right, if I drop that down, it's going to show me any plans that have been created as part of that ID. And I've got a couple here with Excel, tasks from Excel. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that. And then the title option here is the next part. Now this is where we need to insert what we call dynamic content. And this is where I want to get data out of the spreadsheet. Right, so what you can do here is pop your cursor in the title field and press the little / key. And then it'll allow you to choose insert dynamic content. So I'm going to do that. And it then gives me a list of information that is getting out of the spreadsheet. Now you can see there's a couple of like generic things here, like colors and that sort of thing, but you can see in the top right corner it says see more. So if I click that, it'll open up, and now I can see the actual column names that I created. So I can see task name, bucket name, etc. So I'm just going to choose task name. That's going to be the title of each of my tasks. Okay, so I've added that in. Now, if you had anything else that you want to match up, so things like the bucket name, who it was assigned to, start dates, all that sort of stuff, you can see that you have some advanced parameters here. And there's a whole bunch of them in here. These are all the different fields that you have in Planner. So what you can do is go show all, and you can go through and match up your fields. So if I know that my bucket needs to come from a certain field in my spreadsheet, I can go in there and I can put in those details. All right, I'm not going to worry about advanced parameters for this one, but it is certainly possible to do that. All right, I'm going to go ahead now once I've done that and hit my save button, top right corner. All right, important to know that now that we've saved that, if we tried to test this, it would actually go ahead and create the tasks as part of the test. So I don't really necessarily want to test at the moment. What I want to do is run the actual Power Automate flow. So I'm going to go up to my top right corner. You can see again, you've got save and test buttons. Now just make sure you have saved everything. If you go to your back arrow over on the top left corner, you can click that. It should give you then an overview of your actual flow that you have. And up the very top here, you'll see there is a run button. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run this. All right, again, it's going to come up with whatever systems it needs to access. So Excel Online and Planner, and then both of them have got the little green ticks to say the connection is valid. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue and hit run flow. All right, it's telling me it's run successfully. I can hit done, and down the bottom here you can see that it is running at the moment. All right, now that the flow has run, I'm going to go and check whether my tasks have been created in Planner. So I'm going to go back to Microsoft Teams, and here we are in my tasks from Excel channel, or tab I should say, and here are all my tasks. So these have all come in from the Excel file. Now, they have gone into a bucket called No Bucket, But what I can do here now quickly is I can drag and drop them into the buckets that I want them to go into. If you had have actually set up that bucket name and matched it to the field, they would have actually gone into the bucket names that you chose in the spreadsheet. So it would have all matched up and created that for you. So I hope this helps in learning how to be able to import tasks from an Excel file into a Microsoft plan. If you do have any questions, please feel free to drop them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you can see any new content that I begin to put up, and happy to help. Thanks everyone.